Hello guys, I'm your friend Ufoguy here, and I live in a very poor country called Bulgaria, where the healthcare workers are one of the least paid people. So today we're gonna see in the world the top 10 healthcare paid professionals, and I'm gonna compare them with what we have in Bulgaria. So let's watch together.
Options within healthcare, each with their own unique roles and responsibilities, but which one pays you the most for your time? Let's find out. Dr.
Let's find out.
MedSchoolInsiders.com. Although money should never be your primary motivation when choosing
but you
career,
need to be
it's
able
still
to
an
pay your
important
bills,
part
of
the
course.
decision-making process. Another important factor to consider, however, is time. Not just the amount of time it takes to get into that career, but also how much time you put in each week to earn your salary. These are the 10 healthcare jobs with the highest hourly pay. Number 10 on our list is physical therapist.
Before we begin, I just want to mention that the 40-hour work week that most people have, here in Bulgaria, most doctors, physicians, nurses, doesn't matter, don't have a 40-hour work week. It's much longer and it's not paid. The overtime is almost never paid.
Physical therapists are healthcare professionals who help patients improve mobility and manage pain through prescribed exercise, hands-on care, and patient education.
Physical therapists are well paid in Bulgaria as well.
Care, rehabilitation, and the treatment of patients with chronic conditions, illnesses, or injuries. They can work in a variety of different settings, including private offices and clinics, hospitals, and nursing homes.
I just want to hear the salary.
$91,000 per year.
$91,000 per year. It's approximately $20,000 per year in my country. The 40 hours work week for physical therapists, yes, indeed. Oh, they said physical therapists, not physicians with physical therapy specialty. Because if this is the case, if it's physical therapists who just graduated college, the 3 years college, then they are making about $7,200 per year in Bulgaria.
And work an average of 40 hours per week, giving us an average rate of $44 per hour. To become a physical therapist in the United States,
we don't have a job with $44 per hour.
Accredited program and pass a state licensure exam.
Okay, so it's a doctor, it's a physical. Okay, that makes more sense.
Degree before admission. Some programs offer a 3+3 format where you take 3 years of specific undergraduate and pre-physical therapy courses before advancing into the 3-year DPT program.
How can you get paid so much for so little education?
Radiation therapists are healthcare professionals who work alongside radiation oncologists to treat cancer. They are the ones.
I have graduated pharmacy, and we spoke about radiology therapists and pharmacists in radiology, and the salary will surprise you, but let's see how is it in the world.
Who run the machinery and administer the radiation treatments to the patient. Common duties include explaining treatment plans to patients and answering questions, performing x-rays to determine the exact location of the area requiring treatment, examining machines to ensure they are safe and working properly, and delivering radiation therapy. Most radiation therapists work in hospitals or outpatient cancer treatment centers.
From what this video shows us, the radiational therapist again is not a doctor that has a specialty in radiation therapy, but it's a person who graduated college, at least in my country. That means 3 years of education. The salary for these people here in Bulgaria is approximately $400 per month.
Radiation therapists earn an average annual salary of $94,000 per year and work an average of 40 hours per week, yielding an average hourly wage of $45. To become a radiation therapist, you must gain certification from the American Registry of Radiologic Technologists by completing either an associate's degree or a bachelor's degree in radiation therapy and passing a licensing exam.
At least they have to study for 3 or 4 years. That's cool.
Nurse practitioners are registered nurses who have completed additional training in the diagnosis, treatment, and management of disease.
So here there is a little bit of a difference between the nurses in the US and nurses in Bulgaria. Here in Bulgaria, nurses study for 4 years university, and they basically have close to 0 options to grow, but they still have some options to grow. But I've heard that in the US you can grow as a doctor eventually. This is not possible in here, not at all. By the way, the salary is about $450 per month.
NPs work in a variety of different specialties, so their roles and responsibilities can vary significantly. Most nurse practitioners work under the supervision of a physician. However, some states allow
Same here.
NPs to practice independently without supervision, which may pose an increased risk to patient safety, which I've discussed in other videos.
Totally agree.
Nurse practitioners earn on average $112,000 per year and work an average of 40 hours per week, translating to an average hourly rate of $54 per hour.
That means that a nurse in the US is earning more than a surgeon in Bulgaria, a neurosurgeon to be precise.
If you are already a registered nurse, there are two pathways to becoming a nurse practitioner. There is the Master of Science in Nursing, or MSN, and the Doctor of Nursing Practice, or DNP.
So you can definitely
last 1 to 2
develop
years,
your
whereas
skills and
DNP
knowledge.
Programs usually take 3 or more years to complete. Once you have completed an accredited program, you must pass a national board certification to become licensed as an advanced practice registered nurse.
Okay, so 5 years in total.
Being an NP and more details on the training process.
Here in Bulgaria you can do the 4 years and then you can do additional 2 years to become a senior nurse, which will also add you another $25 to the salary, to the monthly salary.
Check out So You Want to Be a Nurse Practitioner. Number 7 is Physician Assistant. Physician assistants are mid-level providers who assist doctors in the diagnosis, treatment, and management of patients. Much like nurse practitioners, physician assistants can work in a variety of specialties, so their role and responsibilities are dependent on many factors.
Let's see if this is similar to what we have in here.
$115,000 per year and work an average of 40 hours per week.
An exciting salary indeed. Physician assistants study for 4 years here in Bulgaria and they are basically working as nurses and some of them are jobless,
giving us an hourly wage of $55 per hour. To become a physician assistant, you must first earn a bachelor's degree and complete prerequisite coursework in basic and behavioral sciences. In addition,
so how many
PA
years is that in
programs
total?
also require prior healthcare experience with hands-on patient care. Common examples include being a medical assistant, emergency medical technician, or paramedic.
Okay,
Most PA programs
paramedics
are around
here
26
study
months
for
in
4
duration
years
and
as
award
well.
master's degrees. Once you
Average
graduate
salary of
from an accredited
$700
PA program,
per
you are
month.
eligible to take the Physician Assistant National Certifying Exam, or PANCE, and become a certified physician assistant. To learn more, check out So You Want to Be a Physician Assistant. Number 6 is optometrist. An optometrist is a healthcare professional who provides primary vision care.
Again, pausing. This is kinda new specialty in Bulgaria. It's from about 4 or 5 years. Previously, people who worked as optometrists didn't have education or any medical degree, but now they need one. It's 3 years plus 2 for becoming an optometrist, so a total of 5 years.
Not to be confused with ophthalmologists who are medical doctors, optometrists
Absolutely.
practice optometry, which involves giving eye exams, writing prescriptions for glasses or contact lenses, identifying abnormalities in the eye, and treating certain diseases of the eye like glaucoma and macular degeneration. Optometrists take home $118,000 per year on average and work an average of 40 hours per week.
Now, optometrists in Bulgaria do earn a little bit more than physicians for some weird reasons, and they earn approximately $800 to $1,000 per month. And if it's your own practice, then you can earn about $2,000 per month,
yielding $57 per hour. To become an optometrist, you must first earn a bachelor's degree and complete prerequisite coursework in biology, chemistry, anatomy, physiology, and physics. You must also take the optometry admission test, or OAT, and gain shadowing experience with at least one optometrist.
But how many
Optometry
years is
school
that
is
equal
typically
to
4 years
totally?
long and grants
4
you a
weeks.
doctor
Okay.
of optometry, or OD degree. Some optometrists choose to do an additional 1-year residency to further subspecialize. However, it is not required. To practice as an
It should be
optometrist,
required.
You will also need to pass the National Board of Examiners in Optometry test and obtain state licensure. Number 5 is pharmacist. Pharmacists are healthcare professionals
pharmacist.
who focus on the safe and effective use of medication.
I'm gonna stop here to tell you that pharmacists are one of the most well-paid professionals in the healthcare system in Bulgaria, but they cannot grow. There is almost zero place to grow. So if you work in a public pharmacy, like probably most of the pharmacists work, you're gonna be earning approximately, depends on quite a lot of stuff, but approximately $1,000 per month. In some cases it can go up to $1,300 to $1,500 per month. But the minus side is that you work most of the time 6 days a week, 12 hours a day.
patients. They dispense prescription medications and offer expertise to patients and other healthcare professionals on how to use or take the medication, correct dosing, and potential side effects. The average pharmacist earns $129,000 per year and works an average of 40 hours per week, giving us an hourly wage of $62 per hour. To become a pharmacist, you typically need at least 2 years of college education. However, most aspiring pharmacists earn their bachelor's degree before applying to pharmacy school.
2 years! I studied for 6 years and 2 months to become a pharmacist. I'm speechless.
Before applying to pharmacy school, you also need to pass the Pharmacy College Admissions Test, or PCAT. This exam covers topics including writing, biological processes, chemical processes, and clinical reasoning. Once you complete these requirements, pharmacy school typically lasts 3 to 4 years and awards you with a pharmacy degree.
3 to 4
there are
years.
Also 0 to 6 programs that allow high school
it makes a
students
little
to
bit
gain
more
both their
sense now.
bachelor's and PharmD degrees in 6 years. However, these programs are more competitive than the more traditional pharmacy school training pathway. We cover more on the competitiveness of pharmacy, dentistry, and
so my degree was directly from school to
podiatrist.
master's degree.
Issues of the foot, ankle, and lower leg.
Podiatrist. We don't have these in Bulgaria, so I cannot say anything for that.
And nerve damage. Podiatrists make an average of $134,000 per year and work an average of 40 hours per week, yielding an hourly wage of $64.
So just the joke aside, but smelling feet for $134,000 per year, worth
It
it.
should be noted that depending on practice type, podiatrists may work as little as 30 hours per week and as much as 60 hours per week. To become a podiatrist, you must first earn a 4-year
That's the
bachelor's
interesting.
degree and complete
4
standard
years,
prerequisites. Similar to
smelling
medical
feet.
school, getting into podiatry school also requires you to take the MCAT. So if you thought applying to podiatry school would spare you from the MCAT, think again. Podiatry school, just like medical school, is 4 years long and will grant you the designation
Would
of
be
Doctor
interesting
of
if we
Podiatric
have
Medicine or DP.
podiatry
You'll
school
cover
in
similar
Bulgaria.
foundational training to MD and DO students
Probably
in your
they are
first
gonna
2
implement
years,
it
but focus
for
more
money.
heavily on podiatry during years 3 and 4. After podiatry school, most states require a 3-year residency covering medical and surgical training. However, the duration
Alright.
does vary by state.
Yes,
After
we do
podiatry
have a residency
there are
for
also
everyone
options to
who
specialize further with podiatry fellowship,
graduates
including
as a
sports medicine,
physician,
limb
so it
salvage,
makes sense that a
preservation, and reconstructive
podiatrist
foot
who
and
is
ankle, to name a
probably
few. For
something
more,
like a
check out So You
physician
Want to Be a Podiatrist.
should
Number 3 is
do a
dentists.
residency.
Dentists are the experts in oral health. They diagnose
Yes, dentists from all the healthcare professionals here in Bulgaria, except for surgeons, are one of the most well paid, and depends on if you have your private practice. Most of them do. They earn a couple of $1,000s per month. No one can say exactly how much for sure. It totally depends on what procedures are you doing and how many patients you have, but about $3,000 per month is a secure money.
and treat problems of the teeth, gums, and other tissues in the mouth, and guide patients on the importance of proper diet, brushing, flossing, and other aspects of dental care. Dentists have an average salary of $164,000 per year and work an average of 40 hours per week, giving us an average hourly wage of $79. It should be noted that most dentists work in private practice, so compensation and hours worked per week can vary greatly. To become a dentist, you must first complete 4 years of college and take the Dental Admissions Test, or DAT. This test is composed of 4 sections that assess your knowledge.
Here, dentists study for 6 years.
Of the natural sciences, perceptual ability, reading comprehension, and quantitative reasoning. After completing these requirements, dental school is 4 years long and awards you with either your Doctor of Dental Surgery, or DDS, or Doctor of Dental Medicine, or DDM. For those who know they want to pursue
here you only
dentistry
get
in high school,
the Doctor of Dental Medicine, and then you have to go for a residency for another 4 years, so that makes it a total of 8 years to become a surgeon. And eventually, if you wanna work with a specific type of surgeries, you need to graduate medicine as well, which adds another 6 years.
Also BS, DDS programs lasting anywhere from 5 to 8 years that allow students to gain their bachelor's and dental degrees at the same time. After dental school, there are residency programs available to specialize further. However, they are not required to practice general dentistry. Number 2 is nurse anesthetist. Nurse anesthetists, or
what the
CRNAs,
hell is that?
who have completed additional training in anesthesia administration. In general,
we
nurse
definitely don't
anesthetists
have
work
nurse
alongside
anesthetists
anesthesiologists to administer anesthesia. However, some states allow them to work independently with without a supervising anesthesiologist.
How
Nurse
can you do
anesthetists
that?
earn on average
How is it
$184,000
legally
per
available?
year and work an average
How
of
do these
40
people
hours per
have
week,
the knowledge to do
translating
it?
to $88 per
How
hour.
long
To
do
become
these
a
nurses
nurse
study for?
anesthetist, you must complete a 4-year Bachelor of Science in Nursing
4
program,
years?
or BSN,
And
pass
then?
the NCLEX exam, and gain experience working as an RN. Most graduate nurse
This is totally against the law in my country. 4 years of education and then... No. Here, for this profession, only anesthetists can work it. And these are people who studied medicine for 6 years and then they resided for another 4 years. That's a total of 10 years.
Anesthetist programs require at least 1 to 3 years of experience in an intensive care unit or critical care setting. As of 2022, the minimum degree requirement of CRNAs is a Doctor of Nursing Practice, or DNP, or Doctor of
At
Nurse
least
Anesthesia
that.
Practice, or
At
DNP.
least they have to
Depending
study
on
a
the
little
school,
bit more.
Nurse anesthetist programs are generally 2 to 3 years in duration.
So 2 to
After
3
CRNA
totals
school, you must
6
obtain
to 7.
certification from the National Board of Certification and Recertification for Nurse
Well, it's not
Anesthetists,
like 10
or
years in Bulgaria,
NBCNA,
but it's
and
still...
obtain state licensure.
It's
Last
still
but not
pretty
least,
long
the
time.
number one healthcare job with the highest hourly
Doctors.
rate is doctor. Not
Ah,
a doctor of nursing
these evil
practice or
doctors.
doctor of physical therapy, but an MD or DO physician. Doctors are the leaders of the healthcare team and use their extensive medical knowledge to diagnose and treat patients. The average primary care physician
The
has an annual
amazing salary
of
here in Bulgaria
$240,000
is
per year
about
and works 51 hours
$1,000
per week, giving
per
us an
doctor.
hourly rate of $91. The average specialist earns
The average one, of course.
$144,000 per year and works 52 hours per week, giving us an hourly wage of $127.
So the average doctor here earns $1,000 to $1,500 if he has resided for 4 years after graduating, and depending on the specialty, depending on extra hours, and so on and so on, it can go up to $2,000, but it can go as low as $700 per month.
Per hour. It should be noted that physician compensation varies wildly both between specialties and within
True.
specialties, with the highest paid
It varies
physician earning
indeed.
over $200 per hour. We covered the top 6 specialties with the highest hourly rate and the 10 specialties with the lowest hourly rate in previous videos. Links below. To become a doctor in the United States, you must first earn your bachelor's degree in university, then medical school for 4 years, then complete residency, lasting anywhere from
Okay,
3 to
that's
7
about
years,
the same
followed
as
by
in
fellowship or
Bulgaria.
additional subspecialization. That being said, getting into medical school and becoming a doctor is much easier.
Yeah,
said
it's
than
about
done.
10
Of
to
all the
11
various
years
medical
here in
professions,
Bulgaria.
Becoming a physician is the longest, most challenging, and by far the most competitive.
Totally
The path of
agree.
Getting into medical school is
And you
arduous,
get in
with
lots of
complexities,
depths.
nuances, and roadblocks that can stop even the most ambitious of pre-medical students. If your dream is to become a doctor, but you find yourself overwhelmed,
Keep
be sure to
sleeping.
check out the Med School Insider's Pre-Med Roadmap to Medical School Acceptance course. Our team of top physicians came together and built this course from the ground up to streamline your entire college experience.
Okay, I think this was about it for the video. It was pretty nice. I like how people are being treated in the US in terms at least of salary. It's definitely easier to become most of these professions in US unlike in Bulgaria, but it's still super hard. So claps for everyone who's working these professions and for everyone who's liking this video and subscribing. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.